Welcome back to More Sip the Tally. I'm your host, Coach Evans, and today we're going to talk about Dawand Jones, starting right tackle for Ohio State. Yesterday we did Paris Johnson Jr., the starting left tackle for Ohio State. Today's Dawand's chance to shine. Talk about a few PFF stats before we get started. Again, take it for what it's worth, but some of the stats you can go back and check, and some you can't. Like the grades, it's kind of flimsy how they do it, so I don't really want to, try to explain it because I'm still learning it myself. But as far as the hurries and pressures and things like that, you can go back and look at that, and those stats are self-explanatory. But they said his best game was versus Maryland. They graded him out at a 92.7. His worst game was Notre Dame, a 59.6. But these numbers you can go back and look at film and check. So these numbers are valid. Gave up 5 hurries all year, only 5 pressures, 0 sacks, and only had 8 penalties all year long for a right tackle. Keep in mind, he's 6'8", 374. Ran his 40 at the combine, ran a smooth 40. Not a hurried or stretched or pressed 40. He got out, did what he needed to do, looked smooth running it. Didn't have a great time, but hell, he almost 400 pounds. Let's get into his film. Before we get into the film, let's take care of the housekeeping. If you like the video, and consider subscribing and hit that bell so you'll be notified when these videos drop all throughout the 2023 draft season leading up to May. We got a bunch of new contributors and supporters to the channel. If you'd like to be a part of that, you can join the Patreon at patreon.com/sipthetally. You can also hit the Cash App that's in the description, and the PayPal's in the description. So however you want to support, please consider doing so. And if you're watching this live on the premiere, there's a pinned comment where you can go and donate too, and your message will be shown on the screen. So I appreciate you guys for doing that. Let's start the show. Now to start the Dawand Jones film. We got 12 plays, and let's get started. See, he's a right tackle, so I'll not spot shadow him, but let him know that's him right there. And when they flip sides, I'll let you know where he's at then too. This is versus Georgia, and most of these clips are versus Georgia because that's their best competition. So 9 of these 11 clips are from Georgia. You'll see some Jalen Carter in there and whatnot, and some of the other guys they got. Again, he's just so strong with his hands. Just watch this. And the Georgia guy's being violent, but he just can't move his hands. Got his hands locked in. That right hand is inside. I can't tell what the left hand is, but it's inside. He tries to chop down. That didn't work. Tries to chop up. That didn't work. Tries to arm bar and, swim through. That didn't work. Now he's trying to spin backside. That worked, but CJ Stroud kind of, uses the leverage. So he went through 4 moves to try to get away. So look how much time Stroud had, and look what it ended up being. A touchdown. Because once he get his hands on you, it's kind of a wrap. And you're going to see in a couple of these clips, his punch is almost like boxing Mike Tyson. His kick slide and punch, you're going to see guys neck snapping. Your run blocking. Pancake. Get your syrup ready. Your Blackburn. A lot of y'all not from the South, so y'all know about that Blackburn. That's Blackburn material right there. Get it ready. Good with his feet sliding, protecting that gap. He got stabbing hinge because they running a counter. So you got to stab and hinge the backside B gap because the guard's getting out of there. So he got to control that B gap. Slides down, good feet, quickness. And the guy tries to get over top. So the guy he's blocking tries to get over top, and watch him finish. So basically, he finishing his food. That's how you finish your food as an O lineman. And you're gonna see more of that, on some of these clips. He finishes his food. All right, on the other side, he's here. Just to give you a point of reference of where he's at when the field is flipped, so you can't see the number. When you can't see the number. And again, look at this kick slide. To be that big, it's not bad. Bam. And the way I kind of measure it is, as the defender takes a step, he should have a slide. So if the defender gets two steps, he should have 2 kick slides. One for each. Two for each. Great position. Now come with your hands. Look at that. Look how long his arms are. Look how long his arms. Most of the time you see defenders pressing tackles out like that. But his arms are so long, he's the one pressing the guy out. And look at his feet. Just keep his feet moving. Keep his feet moving. No heels clicking. Pound, 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 pound. Not clicking the heels. Not getting pressed back. It's good technique. Good technique. Good. Look at the bend by the big fella. Look at the body bend. It's great angles in his body. And he gonna always look like he high because he's so tall. But for him, it's gonna be kind of different because he's 6'8". Him being high is a little different than a 6'4" guy being high. And yeah, it's gonna be to his detriment sometimes, but a lot of times it's not. Let's go to the next one. Play 4. Now you got Jalen Carter right there. This is the first one in that punch I'm talking about. Watch Jalen try to do a little basketball crossover, and the one just gonna punch him, and watch his head and shoulders go backwards. Boom, right there. See that? He staggered him. Watch him stagger him. And I think AD's the best player in the draft. Over all the quarterbacks and everything. I think AD's the best player. Watch this. Boop. Staggered him. He had to regain himself. That's how strong his punch is. One more time. Pow. That's impressive. That's impressive. And you understand why C.J. Stroud had the past 2 years that he had with them two guys on the end, with Johnson and Jones. And this is versus Georgia. This ain't no slouch Pac-12, or bottom of the run Big Ten team. It's Georgia. Finish your food. I like it. So the defender does get his hands inside of him first. But when Dawand realizes it, he slaps them hands down. And when he slaps the hands down, he does it so violently that the whole body goes down. And he just lay on him. Chop, which puts him off balance, and I'm just going to fall on you. All 379 or 374 on top of you. Another Blackburn moment. That pancake is brought to you by Blackburn syrup, the South's #1 syrup. Let's go to the next one. If you know about that Blackburn, put a Blackburn, #Blackburn in the comment section. Everybody don't know about that. That's that thick syrup. Let's see where we at. All right, on the right side of your screen. Versus the edge guy. Now what I like, he throws that hand there just in case. Just in case to help his guard out while still getting his kick. Getting his quick set. So now, he's where he needs to be. Defender gets his hands on him first and tries to play with his wrist. A lot of the edge guys will try to grab that wrist and throw it down so they can then rip and get by you, which is what he tries to do. But the one's right arm gets him in that midpoint. And again, look at his feet. Now he's out leveraged. At this point, all he can do is run him by him and hope C.J. Stroud steps up. And that's what he's trying to do. Another pancake moment. Luckily, that wasn't a shoulder. That could have been dangerous. That's 400 pounds landing on your shoulder. With force. Another pancake moment. And again, this is Georgia. This is not Iowa State or Iowa Wesleyan. This is UGA. This is in the college playoff. Look, once he get his hands on you, ain't much you can do. Watch, ain't much you can do right here. Ain't much you can do once he get his hands on you. So big, so strong, and then he controls you. Like rip move didn't work. Bull rush not gonna work. What do you do other than try to outrun him around the corner? And look how low he is. Like he raises up out of his stance, but his lower body and his butt don't really move. He's still in good position. So you can't like out leverage and get up under him. It's great technique. Still look at the body being right there. Look at that. Oh, hold on. One frame too far. Look at that body being right there. That's how it needs to be. Because you can move left or right, you can go forward or back, and you got a good base. Blocking two people. Blocking two people, one with each hand. Watch. Going down there running counter, so he got a down block. So really he's supposed to down block on this dude and kind of be on his shoulder pad and not let him cross his face. But I think he takes the wrong step. And eventually he, adapts and gets both of them. Because he's supposed to be blocking this dude. He's supposed to be blocking this dude. And so his hand got to stay there because he should be on this shoulder pad, but he's not. And for some reason, he gets his arm on his other cat and just tries to run him up out of there. So that's the guy he originally supposed to be blocking. Now he helps to go out with the other dude. Now he's just gonna try to walk him back. Just try to walk him back, and it ends up working because now the linebacker gets blocked by 74. 34 is coming around to block whoever shows up. Then your ball carrier is gonna hit it right off of him. I take that any day, and twice on Sundays. 74 got slapped in the mouth when he came around that corner. Next play. I love it. They run the outside zone away from him. So he has to scoop the man over him. And the perfection would be to scoop him and turn. And that way, if the running back wants to cut it back, there's an alley for him to do that. And that's what you get. So he scooped that guy. Now, if he turned his body, which is what he did. So imagine if the back was here. He could hit that. All because of that scoop block. The back just got a little bit too far on it. But if he was maybe 2 steps behind, he could hit that right there and probably hit his head on the goalpost. Because of this scoop block. He got the backside closed off. And he tries to get back to it, but it's too late because he overran it. It's a great block, though. Great athletic ability. Great knowledge. Great coaching, honestly, too. Again, look at him drive him out of there. Now, I know this play going the other way. Watch him drive this dude out of there. Because for the front five, this is inside zone right. So they don't know what's going on behind them. So they just running the inside zone. So if this is inside zone, look at him drive him out of there. So, and if this ball was to be given, look at that hole right there. I see this backer coming. That's got to be somebody else's job. But look what he doing. He working. The one working on his guy that then already pushed the line of scrimmage back another 2 to 3 yards. He working on his dude. I got 2 more. Now we're going to, these last 2 versus Notre Dame. And they said this was his worst game, but, I kind of beg to differ. Here he is right here. They running inside zone. Running split zone. Let him take his guy down. Look at him take his guy down. Again, this play is brought to you by Blackburn Syrup. The place where defensive tackles get finished. Pancake Patrol. Get out of here, little fella. Get out of here. And then put the arm on like he was finna tap him out in wrestling. Pancaking while tripping over people. That's a lot of mass moving. It's a lot of mass moving. Let's do this last play. Get on second level, big dog. Guys this big don't supposed to get to second level like this. But look at got inside on the scoop. That's the first part. Even though, he's taking the outside, so he made it a little easier. But got inside on the scoop. Make sure that was sealed off. He's not a factor in the most, so now I got to get to the second level. Got to get to the second level now. Slide. Great angle. Great footwork. Finishing. Finishing without finishing. I told you this dude finished his food now. That probably going to lay on him probably would have been excessive. So that's good job of control by not going to finish him, because he could have just went and dove on him and it probably would have been a flag. And in our day, that would have happened. But in today's college football and NFL, you got to kind of control your aggression a little bit. But let's get into the scores for Dawand Jones. For use of hands, he had a 78, and with that punch alone is amazing. In the gap schemes, he had a 76. Zone schemes, he had a 71. And the reason his zone schemes are lower than the others because when he had to get to second level, sometimes the linebacker just outrunning. And he may have the proper angle, the proper steps, but sometimes he's just not fast enough. Pass pro, he got a 75, and athletic ability, he got a 72, which in my mind is probably a 90 for a guy that big. And his total score 74.4, which makes him the second O lineman on the sheet. But this is also the second O lineman I've done. His left tackle is number 1 right now, Paris Johnson Jr. And that's my 2 cents on Dawand Jones. I enjoyed his film, especially the way they played versus Georgia, because I thought it was all C.J. Stroud, but the 2 tackles had a great game versus UGA, which allowed them to kind of stay in that game as long as they did, really until Harrison got hurt and it kind of got away from him then. But if you like the video, subscribe so you can be notified when these 2023 draft videos drop, and hit the bell so you can be notified when that happens. And I appreciate you guys for coming through. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you chose to be here with me on More Sip the Tally. Make sure you hit that Patreon, Cash App, PayPal, and continue to support the channel. And I appreciate you guys. Peace.